Wow, okay, that's a common thing. Now, if you think about it, the oldest business, taxis, it hasn't really changed the way it works since, there's the first meter taxi cab back in the late 1800s. I Wikipedia this, so I know this for a fact. And so the way we call a cab, the way taxi drivers work with taxi companies, the way a cab is charged, none of that has really changed for the past, 100 or so years, right? So, but then came along smartphones. And smartphones changed the way taxis work completely. With the, and nowadays we have a plethora of different smartphone apps. I mean, just within the past 18 months, it started out with cab companies having their own apps, which you can book taxis, and now there is Uber, there is Grab Taxi, there's Easy Taxi, a lot of choice. Then this is now giving customers the freedom to choose whichever taxi company they want to go with, but it also is liberating the taxi drivers to choose guests and not to be tied to the taxi company that they are, hiring their taxis with. So it's really changing the way the business is working. Now, with globalization and the speed of information, we're now experiencing a lot of dramatic changes, not only in the ways we live, but also in the way we do business. And so up until this decade, you could do the same, a lot of successful companies could do the same thing and be successful, but not now. We're now currently in what we call the age of great change. And in this age of great change, there are two really powerful trends that are driving these type of changes in our lives. Number one, it is the rising wealth of the world. And number two is the deeper digital connectivity that we're experiencing around with people. And so in this age of great change, no company can do the same thing and expect the same results. Just think about Kodak, right? Now, technology has already changed the way people search and book for travel. And so that's why Starwood is really focused on digital innovation and personalization. Digital lets us better connect with our guests. It allows us to find better ways to sell to our customers, and it allows us to deliver more personalized services to our guests and customers, all the while enhancing our brands. And the big part of personalization is this expectation that we'll be able to deliver a customized experience no matter whether you're the first-time guest or you're a very loyal SPG member. So the three keys to personalization is this. Number one, it means being connected to your guests and your customers. So what that means is knowing who they are, where they are, what they're doing, and where they're going, right? And the first part is to personalization is to have a conversation, a constant dialogue with our guests and our customers. The second part is about selling. If the slide goes, there we go. All right. Selling is how we make people happy and how we create value for our customers and our stakeholders, right? So it's about sending people the right offers, setting the right prices, making sure that our channels is their favorite way to book, and then also using personalization to really create value and deliver more to our guests and our customers. And then lastly, it's all on the delivery, right? It's about delivering, putting the right information into the hands of our hotel associates so that they have the ability to turn passion into personalization, right? So it is about getting so that they can then take that information and deliver that customized service to our guests. So personalization, really, it's about people helping other people. So in this, with all this, in this age of great change, what we're saying is one of the key factors that's driving all this is digital connectivity. And in the heart of it, really, is mobile, right? So we can't go talking about digital changes without talking about mobile. But one look at the global landscape of global devices is you see that there's a lot of different operating systems and phones that we have to cater for as a marketer. And globally, actually, what we're seeing is that there is the Android phones is dominating that the mobile marketplace. And it's probably not surprising to us at all in Asia Pacific, but could be very surprising to some of our folks in North America. So, but is the solution to go and just design an Android app, right? And but you can look at this. This is not just a pretty graphic. This graphic actually illustrates the number of different sizes of Android device screens there are out there in the market. So when we're launching an Android app developer needs to cater to all these different devices sizes. So what is really the solution to catering to all these different Android different devices? One is to ensure that your mobile websites are adapted for mobile devices, or your websites are adapted for a mobile device. But it's not just about making sure that the website loads properly on a mobile phone. It's enhancing that mobile experience so that it specifically caters to the mobile traveler. So last year, Starwood relaunched all of our mobile websites in 9 brands and in 11 languages across the globe. And that's really changed the way we are interacting with our customers. We're seeing now that over 42% of our site visits are coming from mobile device, and in Asia Pacific, a quarter of our bookings are coming from the mobile platform. So we'll shortly be reaching a point where our customers are going to be interacting more with us on mobile device than on desktop. Now, I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. We spend a lot of time on our mobile phones, and many of you are doing that right now. This is a lot of connected time that people have with their device. Now, if you add that another fact, which is 40% of travel searches now starts on a mobile phone, then that means that's a lot of opportunity for us as marketers to take advantage of that, right? And to do that, it's important to build an end-to-end solution for mobile, which so for Starwood, we had mobile websites, as I mentioned already, and then we also have an Android and iOS app, both in English and Chinese. Now, the smartphone app is really designed for the mobile traveler so that they can easily access it on the go with one eye, one thumb, right? Whereas the iPad app is designed for a more lean-back experience so that our travelers can leisurely browse and explore different destinations. We're also the first company to launch a Chinese Android app where we took advantage of the native functionality on Android phones, the NFC function, so that our guests can go to a front desk, tap their phone on the poster, and then it will automatically download the SPG Android app onto their phones. So we find that, with a better digital experience, it drives higher loyalty with our guests. In fact, 75% of our mobile bookings come from our SPG Elite members. they also are looking for the more engagement with us. And so 40% or 45% of our online reviews are actually also created comes from our S members as well. So with digital innovation, our brands, our loyalty program, SPG, and the experience that we deliver in our hotels, we're looking to give our guests a true end-to-end experience, whether it's before, during, or after their stay. So think about it. Your smartphone is really your remote control to your life, right? You can, as I said, book a cab with your phone. You can even pay a meal with NFC. I just found that out the other day when I bought my new Android phone. Right? So when it will be too old-fashioned for someone to check in on the front desk or have to use a landline to call for room service? So we're looking to redefine the concept of check-in.
Introducing the new keyless key for your smartphone from Starwood.
So this keyless check-in really is the way we're looking to change the game. We're using Bluetooth 4 technology, and it allows our guests to check in at their own convenience and however they choose. But another important part of this is it untethers our associates. It then frees them up from having to check credit cards and hand out room keys, and then spend most of the time now on looking at how to delight and surprise our guests. So tech makes it tech isn't really defining personalization. Right? Personalization has always been in the heart of hospitality, and it doesn't really. It just makes it what technology does is it makes it possible for us to take personalization from a one-to-one experience to the masses, right? So the real magic is really not in technology, but how it really enables our hotel associates to deliver the better service and the more customized experiences to our guests. So we're really hard at work at Starwood to pilot on-property technologies to enable our associates to deliver on the service. We want each and every one of our guests to feel special and recognized every time, no matter whether they're first-time guests or they are loyal SPG Platinum members. So one of the things that we had just launched in our headquarters in the US is a new technology lab where we're testing live in a live environment on how on all the property processes and the new technologies that we would like to roll out to a larger group of hotels. To succeed in the age of great change, companies needs to be flexible and they need to innovate. Can't keep doing the same thing and expect to get different results, right? At the same results. Technology allows us to connect with our guests. It allows us to sell better and to build the tools that allow us to sell better and more effectively to our guests. And ultimately, though, technology allows us to help people. It allows us to help our associates to better deliver, to better understand our customers, and then whereby they can deliver more customized services to our guests. So thank you very much.